Critical race theory proponents even hate the Martin Luther King quote, "I have a dream that my 4 little children will one day live in a nation where they will not be judged by the color of their skin, but by the content of their character." Listen.
I have a dream. My 4 little children will one day live in a nation where they will not be judged by the color of their skin, but by the content of their character.
How can anyone criticize this statement? It seems uncontroversial, and for a long time it was. But now the left is rewriting it and reinterpreting it. For example, in reflecting on King's "I Have a Dream" speech, the website The Race Card Project writes that content of character is not color blindness. I think, how is character colored, I ask? I'm pretty sure character transcends race and skin color. But in an effort to make everything about race once again, critical race theory proponents believe that even if you do have good character, for example, it doesn't matter because it will still be perceived through a racial lens. Critical race theory is clearly an off-base idea, but many on the left are teaching this to young children. And it's not supported by voters. Only 24% of voters believe teaching CRT will make race relations better, and a whopping 43% believe teaching CRT to students will make race relations worse. To put this in perspective about what should be taught, 78% of voters say it's very important or somewhat important to teach traditional values of Western civilization in schools. Let's zoom in on cities. In cities, growing numbers of voters oppose critical race theory. Parents oppose critical race theory being taught in public schools by a massive 42-point margin, including Blacks, Hispanics, and Asians, who all support removing concepts such as white privilege and systemic racism from the curriculum. Latinos and Asians oppose critical race theory by a 2-to-1 margin, which is even higher than that of whites. This tells us that it isn't primarily whites, but minorities themselves who don't like this ideology of racism, division, and critical race theory taught in schools. And independents oppose critical race theory at a 4-to-1 ratio. This tells us that this issue is bringing independents into the fold and will perhaps mobilize them to take action to stop this madness. Critical race theory should absolutely not be taught in school. By bringing skin color to the forefront of every aspect of life and coloring history as though everything is about race and the same people always lose and the same people always oppress is simply wrong and makes students feel like there's something wrong with them, that race is all that matters and they can't break free of it, or the narrative that surrounds it. I know that if I was a little 5-year-old girl today and in school, and I was being taught this ideology by my teacher and everyone around me, I would personally feel confused about my identity. Because as someone who is half Indian, half white, one half of me would be the oppressed, and one half of me would be the oppressor, likely causing an internal war and a lot of confusion within myself. Fortunately, I was taught to focus on my character, not my skin color, so I was not exposed to these internal battles as a 5-year-old. No 5-year-old should have to deal with this. The left claims that from 5 years old, you feel bad about yourself if you're Black. From 5 years old, you know you're oppressed, and so on. But I don't buy it. I remember being 5 years old, and what made someone a cool kid or not a cool kid didn't have to do with race, but had to do with who could jump rope or who was really good at making sandcastles. But no one can say it better than this little girl living this out today.
Daddy teaches you can be anything in this world that you want to be, right? Don't Daddy teach you that?
Yeah, and it doesn't matter if you're Black or white or any color.
Doesn't matter if you're Black, white, brown, yellow. Right?
Black.
And how we treat people is based on who they are and not what color they are.
And if they're nice and smart.
See, this is how children think right here. Critical race theory wants to end that. Not with my children. It's not gonna happen. My baby's gonna know that no matter what she wants to be in life, all she has to do is work hard, and she can become that.
Work hard, even though you don't know anyone. You can make friends.
Yeah, you can make friends, no matter what color they are. So we need to stop CRT Period. Point blank. Children do not see skin color, man. They love everybody. If they're good people, they love them.
We pray for people that...
God bless her, such a happy little girl, and her amazing dad, teaching her what truly matters.